the most watched station in West Texas. You're watching CBS7 News, the breaking news and weather authority. CBS7 Morning News starts now.
Hello, good morning and welcome to CBS7 Morning News. I'm Krista Escamilla alongside the coffee drinking Greg Morgan. Good to see you, Greg.
Oh, indeed. It's good to be here.
How you doing this August 23rd, 2016?
Well, it's Tuesday, so it kind of goes without saying. But
it's a Monday, Tuesday for you.
It's a Monday, Tuesday. That's even worse, isn't it, really?
It's all right. It's okay.
It's a Monday acting like a Tuesday, but really a Tuesday. Yeah.
If you're all confused, it's okay. We are too. It's 5 a.m.
It's 5 a.m. No matter what day it is, there's
Exactly.
confusion. Absolutely.
What's going on weather-wise? It feels a little muggy.
A little bit muggy. Yeah, of course, yesterday we did see a few thunderstorms pop up. Did you get rain yesterday?
I think I got sprinkled on for about a whole 2 seconds.
I think that's what I got.
Dirty my car.
That's what I got. You know, I call it a 4-inch rain. The drops were 4 inches apart.
Yes.
And that was it. You could count them on the sidewalk.
Exactly.
It wasn't a whole lot, at least not for you, for me. But you know, looking at the radar, I mean, there was a lot of heavy rain for some locations. It wasn't where I was, and I think today is going to be kind of the same. But the area affected is just going to shift to the west just a little bit. So locations like San Angelo, southeastern reach of the area yesterday picked up quite a bit of rainfall. Today that shifts just a little bit further north and west. So the Permian Basin as a whole does see a little bit better chance of rain today. Still only about 40%. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's show you what's happening out there right now. Live look at the city of Fort Stockton. Good morning. Actually, just saw a lightning strike there. In fact, is actually what is ongoing this morning. We do have a few little pockets of precipitation ongoing out here just to the east of Fort Stockton on up toward McCamey and Rankin. So that really a lot of this activity is running right along or even just to the east of Highway 67. I'll kind of zoom in on some of this activity for you here and show you what's happening. Where at least the heaviest stuff is falling right along Interstate 10, some of these areas down between, say, I-10 and 285, general rural areas of southern Pecos County, where you see these yellows popping up in the radar coloration here. That's where you have the heavier precipitation trying to fall. It's not anything just super significant, but it is there. You go up to toward Rankin, McCamey, Big Lake, locations along 67 and north of I-10. You're seeing some precipitation falling. Now back toward the Metro Odessa Midland area, not a whole lot happening right now. Where you see what looks like rain is generally going to be ground clutter and things like that. Nothing to write home about right now. We do have a chance of rain though coming up a little bit later in the day. Temperatures right now currently running in the 70s. Now, what your exact temperature is in the 70s, whether it be 73 or 77, largely depends on the amount of cloud cover you have, moisture quality in the atmosphere. If you picked up rainfall yesterday, all of that plays a key role. But temperatures largely in the 70s this morning. We'll talk more about the afternoon forecast, let you know what you can expect to see through the afternoon, through the rest of the week. Much more coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Greg. Our top story today, the investigation continues in Sanderson after 3 people are found dead in apparent double murder-suicide. Now, the family of Zachary Hastings reveals to CBS7 that the 24-year-old actually served a tour in Afghanistan and never showed any signs of aggression before the shooting. Now, the Hastings family is left in a state of confusion. They say Zachary has always been someone to keep emotions bottled inside, but they never knew he was capable of taking the lives of 2 people and his own.
He loved his babies.
He was a very good father.
He just drifted. Best way to put it, he just drifted.
The family is aware that they are not the only ones left with more questions than answers. The shooting is now under the investigation of the Texas Rangers in conjunction with the Terrell County Sheriff's Office. Family and friends held a candlelight vigil for Daniel Harris, a man who was killed in a North Carolina trooper-involved shooting. The community came together to remember 29-year-old Harris after he was shot and killed by a highway patrol trooper after he led officers on a chase that ended in a Charlotte neighborhood. Well, this nanny camera captures a thief breaking in with a gun in his hand. He then proceeds to steal 2 TVs, a safe, a laptop, and some jewelry. Right now, police in Atlanta say the video has been released in hopes that someone will recognize this armed intruder. Police also say the thief broke into multiple homes, including one where the homeowner was still inside.
I got out of the car phone to lock the car, to push my button to lock it, and felt someone rush up, push me, grab my purse and the money bags from the bar and take off running.
We're tracking crime for you this morning after Party House Lounge owner Linda Adams was robbed. Adams says the robber dragged her along the sidewalk for several feet before she finally let go of her bags. This morning she's in the hospital with a broken ankle. You can see in this map that the robberies took place just a couple of blocks away from each other. Odessa police continue to look for suspects involved in a string of robberies. The men wore masks and targeted purses, wallets, and cell phones. Police are still investigating whether or not it's the same people in each case. Anyone with information about these robberies should contact Odessa Crime Stoppers at 333-TIPS. Well, a woman confuses her brake pedal with the gas pedal and accidentally drives into McAllister's Deli. According to Odessa police, no injuries were reported. Officers say that they responded to McAllister's Deli at 12:47 for a call of a major crash yesterday. When police arrived on the scene, they learned that the driver was trying to park when she pressed the gas pedal instead of the brake, causing the car to drive right into the building. No citations were issued. The crash happened on Monday. OPD will be investigating this crash. Well, for the second day, Hogan Park remains closed while crews treat for fleas and ticks around the area. During the summer months, it brings an increase of fleas and ticks. Well, right now, the Wagon Trail Dog Park at Beale Park is open. According to crews, the grass will be mowed using a granular treatment that must be undisturbed for 2 days. Well, an Alpine couple that filed suit against the company building the Trans-Pecos pipeline was awarded a large settlement. Tom and Val Beard will receive $625,000. That gives Energy Transfer Partners the right to build a portion of the Trans-Pecos pipeline on the Beard's ranch. The Big Bend Sentinel reports the award was more than 16 times the amount originally offered by ETP. Construction of the pipeline has started. Well, starting September 1st, Odessa businesses that currently sell alcohol will no longer be allowed to employ off-duty officers. That's according to a memo from the chief of police. Officers have a long-standing tradition of working off-duty security detail at restaurants and bars to earn extra money. But in the memo, the chief says he wants to avoid liability. Recently, the International Association of Chiefs of Police recommended this step. A local bar owner plans to round up other bar owners and take the matter to City Council. A spokesperson for the City of Midland says Midland businesses can still employ off-duty officers. In fact, the city requires it for some businesses that sell alcohol. A hiring freeze is no longer in effect for Pecos County. County commissioners voted to lift the freeze Monday, which was implemented 4 months ago. After finalizing the budget for the year, commissioners found no employment cutbacks were needed. The change is effective immediately. In Pecos County, a discussion over a water contract between the city and county is put on hold at least until the year 2021. Now, the contract stated the county would pay for part of the water infrastructure in exchange for free water from the city. A federal judge in Texas has temporarily blocked an Obama administration directive on bathroom rights for transgender students in U.S. public schools. Now, U.S. District Judge Reed O'Connor in Fort Worth issued the preliminary injunction Sunday. Texas and 12 other states asked O'Connor to halt the directive after the federal government told the U.S. public schools in May that transgender students must be allowed to use bathrooms and locker rooms consistent with their chosen gender identity. Well, news coming out of Odessa today, the longest serving president at UTPB is resigning after 15 years at the University of Texas of the Permian Basin. Dr. David Watts has announced in the annual fall convocation that he will be resigning August 31st of 2017. Now, he took over his current position back in June of 2001. A search committee will advise the University of Texas System Board of Regents will be formed. The regents will make the final decision and plan to have a new president in place by fall of 2017.
I've crossed that magic threshold of in age that most of us sit back and and spend a few minutes at least thinking about what the future holds, and I'm ready to begin to look at a new stage in life.
Today, Representative Landgraf is reacting in a statement. He said, quote, Dr. Watts' leadership will be sorely missed at UTPB. Texans can be proud of Dr. Watts' legacy at UTPB.
Well, we hope that with them not being hungry, they'll be able to focus more on their schoolwork and what we're doing in class instead of being hungry.
It's day 2 of back to school for kids in the Permian Basin. Students are getting a healthy breakfast. Nimitz Middle School is now offering breakfast in the classroom this school year, something that other schools have been doing for years now. Nimitz principal Teresa Wilson says the food is just another way to keep kids focused throughout the day. Juice, whole grain Pop-Tarts, and apples are just some of the items offered to help keep the students focused. The school worked with a dietitian to help pick the delicious food items, and parents a friendly reminder that breakfast is free to all students. Technology is keeping parents in the loop and helping them keep track of their Midland ISD kids during the day. It's an app called Z-Pass. Now, it's a phone app that is being used by the district along with their bus system. Through the app, you're able to access your student's bus number, pick up and drop off points, as well as pickup times. All students will use their ID cards when they get on the bus. From there, you're able to see where your students got on or off the bus. You can find the Z-Pass phone app in the Apple App Store. It's free to download.
We like them to be back up and not get way to the street, not close to the bus. And usually a line, that's what most of the kids usually get in line.
Well, drivers, a friendly reminder to never pass a stopped school bus. Most accidents happen because drivers are simply not paying attention. So stay alert, stay off your phones. Remember, it is illegal to be on your phone in a school zone. And please watch out for all children. Both school districts have calculated enrollment numbers. Let's take a look at the early numbers. Midland ISD has 23,555 students. That is 232 fewer students than they had on day 2 of last year. Ector County had 29,393 students, which is 91 fewer students than they had in 2014, which was record enrollment. Now, you may remember they couldn't use last year's first day numbers because high school students started 2 weeks late due to construction at OHS and Permian. And it is not a first day of school without a picture to capture the new school year. Look at those smiles. We asked you to send in your pictures using the hashtag CBS7 back to school. To see the entire slide, you can head over to CBS7.com. We wish all the kids a happy first week back at school. Love seeing those smiling faces.